Okay, so I decided to break up that last bunch of fidget spinners into two groups, and I am gonna try to match them a little bit. This first fidget spinner video is gonna be these 5 spinners. The first one is the first 2 are from Steampunk Spinners. This little tiny Fat Boy Nano, and this Stout Nano. Two little tiny fidget spinners, and I don't anticipate they're going to spin very long. So they probably, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to really test them. My air hose might get them going so fast that I might be afraid of burning them up. I'm going to put these 3 novelty spinners in along with it. So these are kind of the low end ones. This one I found here, which is really weird. It's kind of a ring, but I can take the ring off of it to test it. I found out. So that you put it on your finger and spin it. It obviously doesn't spin very well at all. So in another video I might have called this one a loser, but I'm going to go ahead and try to test it and see what we get. And then we have this little hurricane spinner, and I have no idea how well this is going to go. It's fairly heavy, so it might get a long spin time. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel very good, but that's that one. And then I'm going to put this other one, this heavy triangular one, in here too. This is a knockoff of a more famous one. I can't quite recall exactly what the other one's called. Oh, this one's from the company called PWNAGE. Victory, that's what it's called. PWNAGE. I won't say it. Victory. Luminous fidget spinner. So I'm going to put these 5 together and make a video out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and try to test these and see what I come up with. I'm anticipating a little bit of trouble testing them, so we'll see how things go. All right, testing coming next. Okay, I just got done testing out this batch of fidget spinners. Fairly disappointing batch, but I'm going to go through these. There were 3 of them that I couldn't even really test out very good. I'm just going to go through these 2. Well, we'll start with this one. This little thing that's kind of a ring. It's got a little ring attachment. You put it on your finger and it spins like this. As you can see, it doesn't spin, and it's really unstable, so basically had to consider that one a hunk of junk. I tested it once. I've got one video shot of it, but it was just too unstable to test, really. So we're just going to dismiss that. That's the Sky hand spinner. This one don't bother getting that one. The next two are these two Steampunk Spinners. This Stout Nano, it feels like it spins nice. The problem with it is I didn't really want to go ahead and do full testing on it because, as you can see, if you just start it up, it just slows down really fast. It doesn't get a long spin time at all. I only tested it one time and it got a spin time of 29 seconds, so it wasn't really worth putting through the full testing. It feels pretty good though. I mean, it's kind of fun to goof around with, but nothing really special. The strange thing about it is it's got this unusual bearing in it, and I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what kind of bearing that is. It's very thin, but I don't know what it is. So it doesn't work very well, whatever it is. So this one, not terribly interesting. So, is what it is. The Fat Boy Nano, I couldn't get it to stay in my rig to test it. I tested it out at once, and I did get one halfway decent spin time on it, although I didn't blast it to the full 8 seconds. The problem was that it gets spinning so fast that it goes out of control. I'm afraid something bad's going to happen if I keep testing it. I think I blasted it for about 6 seconds. I got a spin time of 2 minutes and 23 seconds, which isn't too bad for something this small. This it's pretty nice, just as a small fidget spinner. Comparing it to other fidget spinners of this size, I'd say it's about average. I'm not going to give it a score though because I couldn't test it. So, well, it is what it is. It's not too bad, but it's just a little thing, not terribly useful. But anyway, so getting those two out of the way, I was able to test these two. They're both fairly heavy. The first one is this black triangle. It's pretty heavy. It got an average spin time of 5 minutes and 19 seconds, an overall score of 6.56. I didn't give it very good aesthetic ratings. It doesn't feel very good to play with. It's a little bit difficult to spin. Not horrible, but not the easiest thing in the world. So it kind of came in like an average in terms of its spinability. It's pretty smooth going side to side though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It also has an interesting bearing in it. I'll show you this one. If I can get this off again. Wants to give me some trouble. There we go, finally. Yeah, I'm not sure what this bearing is. It's too small to be a 608, and it doesn't look like a 606. It's got 6 ball bearings in it. Let's see if I can get this off real quick. Maybe you know what kind of bearing this is. If anybody knows, let me know what it is. It is. A little on the large side, but it's not a 608. So if you know what that is, let me know. And then we have this thing that's shaped kind of like a hurricane with little diamonds in it. I'm not sure what the diamonds are for. They do show up when you spin it though. This one got a really good spin time. Average of 8 minutes and 2 seconds, so it spun quite a long time. Got a very good spin duration. The problem with it, of course, is that it's not the easiest thing in the world to spin. It's not horrible, though. Your finger kind of catches in these little grooves, and you can use that. So this one, I considered this kind of a cheapo, but it wasn't. It's not too bad. So if you can find it real cheap, I would go for that one. Got an overall score of 6.89. So this one's actually the highest scoring one of the bunch, but very closely followed by this one. So what I did with these, I took these 5 finished fidget spinners from the last unpackaging. I took them basically because I didn't think they were going to do very well. And I was going to just group these together and save the good ones for the next video, which I've done. So I'll get on the next video pretty soon and we'll see the nice ones. All right, see you later.